This was our first time using the cardboard method to suppress the grass growing in our new garden. Our front yard is all grass, and instead of using a shovel and using back-breaking labor to get all of the grass up and remove it, we decided just to use cardboard. Traditionally, you would also use a landscaping fabric to lay down over the grass, and since the grass does not have sunlight, it dies. But I know that landscaping fabric is not really good for your garden because you're just putting plastic into the soil. So we decided to use cardboard, which naturally breaks down. We collected cardboard every time we got a huge package or we had a big delivery of furniture, and we just collected it over a few months. If you don't have cardboard on hand, you can always visit a big box store like Home Depot, Lowe's, Walmart, and they always have cardboard in the back that they're just going to throw away. So just ask and they'll be happy to give you some. So we collected cardboard, we laid it down, and as you can see, this was in May, and I got mulch from Home Depot and put it down. Louisiana's rainy season is definitely during the summer. It rains almost every single day, and this really put our cardboard method to the test. One side definitely held up better than the other. We had a drain or a downspout that was going straight into the garden, so grass started to grow on top of the cardboard, and as much as I tried to pull it, the grass just kept growing, so I needed to redo it. Once the rainy season was over in September, I collected more cardboard and did the process all over again. I scraped back the mulch that was already down and I put new pieces of cardboard down. I was a little heavy-handed with it because I did not want the grass growing through this time. So I scraped back the mulch and then I put down the new pieces of cardboard, and then I just put the leftover mulch on top. I went to Home Depot to get more mulch and put that on top as well, just to hold everything down, and it seems to be working well. We still have our winter to go through and our spring, so I think by then the grass will be fully dead. So the next time that our rainy season comes around next year, I think we should be good to go. When we started planting, I really did not want to spend an arm and a leg on plants. I know that large plants can be very, very expensive. So I went to Home Depot and I also went to our local nursery. Now, obviously your local nursery is going to be way more expensive than a Home Depot or a Lowe's or a Walmart. So I always encourage people to check out the clearance section. Most nurseries have a clearance section where you can find some really good deals on plants. We found a very, very large bush that we got for almost 90% off. So I was super happy, and I always check them out and I always check their clearance section just so I can support a local business, but I'm also not breaking the bank trying to find plants. If this is your first time planting a garden, you want to make sure that you're paying attention to the amount of sunlight that your new garden is getting. Our garden is east facing, which means that it gets sun in the morning and then it is in the shade in the afternoon. So now that I know this information, when I'm looking for plants, I want to make sure that I'm getting plants that can handle the full sun in the morning and then also handle shade in the afternoon. You want to look for tags that say full sun, partial sun, things like that. If you find a plant that says full shade, it is going to burn to a crisp in the sunlight. If you have a full shade garden that is maybe on the north side of your house, or is that is completely shaded and does not see a lot of sunlight, getting a full sun plant, it is not going to thrive in a shaded area. So just be mindful of that. You also want to look at the growing zones. Normally, if you're going to a nursery or a big box store, they're not going to sell plants that are not going to thrive in your area. But if you are ordering plants online, you want to make sure that your plants are going to thrive in your growing zone, because some plants like more warmer temperatures and some plants need a colder period so they can continue to grow back each year. You also want to make sure that you're either getting an annual plant or a perennial. An annual plant is only going to survive one growing season and then it's going to die. A perennial is going to come back year after year. All of the plants in my garden are perennials, which means that they will come back year after year. The marigolds that I put down are annuals, meaning that they will die after one growing season. And I know some people are confused about annuals and why you would want to pay money for flowers that are just going to die. Annuals typically have a bigger show, which means that they grow a lot faster, they produce more flowers. When you get a perennial plant, yes, they will stick around year after year, but some of them can grow very, very slowly. So I got flowers just because each year I can put a different type of flower, I can put a different color if I want, in a different mood. I'm not stuck with that plant in that area forever. I plan to plant irises in the back of this garden, but since our temperatures are dropping into the 30s and 40s some nights, I think I'm going to wait to plant until next spring. So that is going to be all of the plants that I'm going to put in this garden for this season. I'm also going to add mulch just to tidy everything up. You can notice when I'm planting that the shovel is going straight through into the ground because all of the cardboard has already disintegrated and broken down on this side of the garden. So when I come back in the spring, the new cardboard that we put down is going to be nice and broken down and ready for planting. I am going to keep a lookout for any discounts that I do see at my local nurseries. I'm going to probably end up buying those and then just saving them for when I'm ready to plant in the spring. I do hope that you enjoyed this video, and I do hope that you got some helpful tips and you just enjoyed watching me plant. It is one of my favorite things to do. The breeze was blowing, the weather was so nice, it wasn't hot out or anything like that, and I just enjoyed learning about this cardboard technique and just planting some new plants in our garden. I have all of the information about the plants listed on screen if you want to look them up or if you're interested in them. I hope that you enjoyed this video. Leave any comments or questions or concerns that you have down below in the comments. I post new videos every single Wednesday, so I will see you guys next week. Bye.